Hey y'all, hey, happy Friday. Welcome back to a new edition of Queens of the Ring. I am Nik J. This is my player partner, my homegirl, my boxing bestie, BOXIANA the Menace. How you doing today, friend?
I'm not well.
No,
I'm still not well. No. This has been the hardest week of my life. Terrible,
friend.
terrible, terrible week. You look great. I look like shit
Thank
because my
you.
week has been going very horribly. I want to shut down our Twitter. Nika has been terrorizing me on a relentless basis, friend. I can't believe my week has been so shitty.
Well, I decided to put on some face today because I've been kind of droopy and dreary all week as well. But damn it, we're here. Okay, we're in here. Okay. Um, and we're moving forward.
Are we?
Okay. We're trying to move forward. What are we, 5 days removed from the most anticipated boxing matchup that I can remember. Um, And the outcome did not go as we planned it to go, but that is boxing. And, that too shall pass. So we're back like you knew we would be. And we're ready to get back into some more back boxing news. Now, that was such a big dot deal that it still has been taking over all the boxing news this entire week. And now, friend, I don't be talking as much noise as you talk, especially on Twitter. So they could probably, you know, she probably she probably gonna keep you, you know, stretched out probably for the next week or so. I don't know. Hopefully
Oh,
she.
she got a whole unloaded clip that she hadn't even touched for my ass. I've been talking shit. Listen, friend, I've lost a many Twitter pages behind her and myself arguing. It has been a very treacherous road. Like, as good as we are friends now, we hated each other this time 3 years ago. For real, for real.
About that box, about
About
that.
it started about Spencer Crawford, and we argued that bitch until infinity and beyond. And then one day we literally just squashed the beef, and we've been cool ever since. Like, love Nika like a sister. Like, she been on my ass, but she the only one that can do it.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
we
she
allowed everybody to get that shit off the Sunday after. I know y'all probably
not
noticed coming
everybody.
in. What'd you say?
I said not everybody, because
Oh.
I was calling people. I was
I
calling people
mean, I mean, but
hard
but we
things.
allowed it. We allowed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, don't come in here with that foolishness. I know y'all saw the guidelines. Okay. This was a monumental match. I've never had to do guidelines and what not. But folks lose their doggone minds. Now, we love y'all in the chat, but y'all gonna act like y'all got some sense today. Okay. Come on in. Come on in the room. How you doing? No filter. Tony, aka Uber Gas, Opulent LDTV. Yes, Miami. We are enforcing tone and delivery today. How are you? Sean Terrace, how are you? Sam Seals, come on in the room. D21519. Macados, Mac of the South. How are you? Jason Pennywell, how you doing? Hey, Pablo Escobar, how you doing? Georgia Peach Denise, Oak Cliff Sensei is in the house. Bionic Prince is in the house. Keisha Sellers, hey girl, hey. Dominic, how are you? Coach 67, Sports TV. Ashy 54, Phenomenal Mexican. Boxing and Barbecue, how are you? What's up, Andre Styles? How you doing? How you doing? T9's Boxing Class, Dion Williams, Shogun 76, Behind the Lens TV. How are you? TZ Frank, I'm sorry. Defense Corner. Sorry. Kadraka Young, how are you? Who else? Hey, Shuala, how you doing, girl? Yeah, we hanging up in there. We hanging in. Lawrence RBE, how you doing? Y'all come on in the room. Come on in. Drumming for life. I see you, Dank Father. How are you? Tiana Scott, hey girl, hey. How are you? Y'all come on in. Come on in the room. Smoking bud, revenge season. Yeah, revenge season. Alex Voorhees, how are you? Marilyn Paul, how are you? Dodge J619. Callie Factor, Teva Smith, how you doing? Good evening. Y'all come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in the room. So, the fallout. Okay. There's been a lot of fallout from the fight and whatnot. We have to discuss it. You know, we are not sore losers over here, but it seems to be so many sore winners. Oh my God. So many sore winners that you can't even really analyze the fight, because if you say certain things, people are like, you're not giving Bud his credit. And you can start with like 10 minutes of giving Bud his credit, but then if you make an assessment of what your eyeballs actually saw, some kind of way people feel like you're taking credit away from Bud. That's the last thing anybody wants to do. But I mean, I have to acknowledge my eyeballs. And my eyeballs said that my fighter, the one that I really like, that I watch all his fights, that I've seen like every one of his fights, like all of them, my eyeballs said that he did not look like his normal self. How many of y'all kind of felt like that a little bit? And when did you feel like that? Because a lot of the Bud fans are like, Bud made him look like that. And I was like, well, yeah, of course. But he kind of like didn't look right walking out. My mom, who is not the hugest boxing fan, but she watches it because I watch it a lot. She's gotten into it a lot, and so she knows who Spence is. She looked directly at me as she watched him walk out on the big screen while we were sitting at the fight, and she said, he don't look right, just like that. And so then I was like, no, Mama, trying to be positive. He always looked like that. He always got the droopy eyes. She was like, no, I ain't talking about that. He don't look right. Something wrong. So I was like, no. But then he didn't, y'all. He didn't. Friend, did he look right to you?
No, he didn't. But I keep saying he ain't making no excuses. Me neither. But I know my fighter, the fighter that I love very much. I watch all of his fights. I see him pre-fight. He normally back there, he up, he walking around, he moving around. He was sitting there with his hat on, just sitting there, very still. And I ain't never seen him still before any fight. Maybe I don't see everything, but I ain't never seen him like that. He just didn't look like himself. Like he normally look. I can't describe the look that he be giving, but he has a I don't care look about him. Like I'm sleepy, I'm tired. He always looked like that. It was different this time. It wasn't this normal. I don't know. I can't describe. I can't put my finger on it.
I know.
I
I know. And that is I think this is probably aside from actually watching the fight, this right here, I did not realize this was going to nag and antagonize me so much, like the not knowing. Because of course he's not going to say anything. He put out a tweet. He was like, even if something was wrong with me, I would never tell y'all. He's not going to say. But I know I remember looking at him come out, and even in the weigh-in, because I was at the weigh-in, they had the earlier weigh-in in the day. So typically in the evening when they have the ceremonial one, they have the fluids. You can kind of see them plumping back up a little bit. It dawned on me when I couldn't get past round 2. I tried to rewatch it, but it did dawn on me that it did not look like he had plumped back up at all. He looked like he was kind of the same way he was at the weigh-in, which is not normal for him either. Normally he will, you can see the difference a little bit. The punches wasn't snapping, the power wasn't there. I just don't know why. And so there are all these theories as to what was wrong, because I think even Bud fans, after they finish, you know, grandstanding and sticking out their tongue and telling us we told y'all and all of that, maybe next week sometime, if they really are boxing fans and they've watched Bud and they've watched Errol as much as I have leading up to this fight, they would be able to be honest and say he didn't look the same a little bit. My anxiety is why, and is it fixable? That's my question. Why, and is it fixable? And will we ever know?
I don't like, okay, so here's my thing about it. I don't like that now that everybody got something to say. I feel like it's taken away from Bud without them realizing what they doing. Like, I don't like for nobody to hear anybody say he not the same. That's taken away from Bud. Don't do that. If y'all want to be in there with that whole dominating shit, like Bud is that guy that can dominate you, then that's fine. But don't take that away from Bud because he not the same.
Am I still here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did we freeze? Friend, where are you? What happened? Friend. Okay, so I think friend has frozen. She'll be back. Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yes, no, yes. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hello? Okay, so y'all can hear me. I'm good. Okay, cool. Friend will be back. I'm gonna read these super chats until she comes back. Mike Jones came in. He says, hold on, that's not the first one. Let me go back. Mike Jones's first super chat says, excuses, excuses. Nah, motherfucker, I'm recalling what I saw. Okay, Mike. All right. Okay. Tevin Smith came back and he says, get it back in blood is the new battle cry. Okay. I need to know what was going on before I can say that. Mike Jones came back and he says, good thing Spence ain't telling us why. They would be slaying him like Wilder. They probably would. I mean, anything he says, anything he doesn't say, he gonna get slayed either way it goes. And Tevis Spence, yeah, battle. Yeah, that's the battle cry. Thank you, Tevis. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, Ren, I don't know what happened, but you stopped at saying taken away from Bud. You were saying that would be taken away from Bud.
Yeah. They keep saying that Errol not the same. So basically y'all got beat up on a guy that wasn't himself. Like, why are y'all stop saying that? We're not gonna make that an excuse. Like, we know what we saw. We know our guy wasn't himself, but keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't even put that out there because they make it seem like A, it's an excuse for Errol, and B, it take away from Bud win. So like, just don't say nothing at all. If you got something, talk to it amongst your friends. Like me, you, we talk about a lot that we would never get out here and repeat. We talk about very much that we would never get out here and repeat. Like if
And
you got something to say, just talk about that shit amongst your friends because it's making everybody look bad. It's making it seem like Bud beat up on a dude that got a brain condition and Errol got in there and he not himself.
well,
I
oh,
don't think that.
what do you think?
Why he looked the way he looked, I gotta
Yeah.
be honest. It's not Friday, but I'm gonna be. I mean, it's not Sunday, but I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I He didn't plump back up it looked like he was sick or not feeling well or something. I can't quite put my finger on what it was, but he wasn't well. But he not making no excuses, me either. But me being like a fan of him,
You could look at him.
I know him. I know how he looked before he get out there and fight. And everybody keeps saying, I saw a comment a while ago that said, did he look like himself in the first and second round? He didn't look
No.
like himself when he came out. He
He
came
didn't
out.
look like himself when he walked into the arena. When you know how they show you walking in, and I didn't see that until after the fight. But him walking into the arena, no, to me,
It wasn't nothing like we used to. To me, to me, and we have different opinions about a whole lot of stuff.
right?
But this is one thing that we have mutually agreed on, and it's not because Errol lost. If Errol would have got in there and beat Bud, I still would have had this same opinion about him. Something was different
But
about him this time. He won. Congratulations. But that wasn't the same arrow that I saw. Like he just didn't plump back up. Then
he
that's
did.
what I think was wrong. And something stood out to me when they went back there and talked to him. He said,
What?
I'm just sitting here conserving energy. You don't
Before
why?
the fight. Before the fight.
Before the fight, they how they do that the interview where they go in and talk to the fighter in the locker room. Bud was on the pads when they was talking to him. Errol was sitting there with his hat on, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to conserve energy." And I was like, "Conserve energy for fucking what? Are you what? Why? Why are you conserving energy? You supposed to be building your shit up. Like, what's really up?" And he'll
We'll
never
never
say
know.
anything.
We'll never know. We'll
No, we'll
never know.
never know.
We'll never know the truth. Lawrence RBE, he says, Blu-ray. That's it. That's all. Hey, man, I've heard a lot of people. A lot of people. We'll talk about that. Mike Jones says Bud took it easy on him because he knew something. Mike Jones, I said the same thing. I said the same thing because Bud could have been done with that fight in round 4 if he wanted to. Like he could have made that easy work. He definitely held back, did not press like he could have pressed, did not connect
He
on a
kind of
lot of.
got him out of there in round 3, friend. In round 3, he had him very, very much hurt to where he could have just, if he would have picked it up just a little bit, he didn't even need a minute longer. He needed maybe about 4 more seconds, and he could have got him out of there completely.
I think that's what crushed me more than anything. Because he was in there really like a wounded animal, but fighting for his motherfucking life. When we say windmilling for your life, I never in a million years would have thought, my guy, you know. But Phenomenal Mexican says, me and Boxiana was on the same page last week. What is he talking
And
about?
was, huh?
What is he talking about?
On this fucking L shit.
Hmm?
I feel like, I think we feel like we know what the deal was.
No sharing?
Yeah, no, I mean, we didn't already said it. Like, something was, we know our guy.
Okay. 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 Yeah. So, do you think there will be any difference in a rematch at 54 after the punishment he took? Because he took punishment.
That is a very much concerning. Not only did he take punishment, we really have to consider these car accidents. I hate to do it, but scar tissue is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like damage from an accident like that, that's a real thing. And then he turned around, he got thrown from a Ferrari, and then his bulletproof vehicle, the whole front end got took out. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And what people don't talk about, what he very rarely brings up, is there was another accident in between that. He had another accident after the Ferrari that's not mentioned a lot. And then he had the head on collision in the bulletproof car. So yeah.
And that the 14-year-old that hit that car, he literally, when I say he took the whole front end off that bitch, he took the whole front end off that bitch. And a lot of us have been in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? The car accident damage hit everybody differently. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hit everybody the same. I don't want to say the accidents may have had an effect on him, but I know some this week, some YouTube fucking doctor got out here and told everybody that Errol was suffering from neurological damage. And it's crazy to me how everybody took that shit and ran with it. I remember a time where like we literally had to have a verified source of what the fuck before we took something and ran with it. Like everybody made their own assumption from hearing this guy speak and was like, he's right. Listen to how he talk. Listen to how he move. This fight, he didn't have anything because he couldn't see. Like, when we start doing this? But I'll tell you this, and me and Karma had this conversation. Me and you have had this conversation. I don't know no doctor in this here Americas that is willing to lose their license by clearing a fighter to fight, knowing fucking well he had a degenerative disease, a very fast deteriorating degenerative disease. No doctor in this here Americas would have cleared him to fight. And friend, he got money. So he not seeing the doctors that me and you would see.
Not only is he not seeing doctors that you and I would see, I think more of him as a person. Um, the way that man loves on his family and stuff like that, I don't think he would put himself in that kind of danger if he had that kind of diagnosis from a doctor. I don't think he would go out of his way to try to hide it from somebody. I just don't believe that. Our good brother 78 had a real emergency room doctor come on his show to explain why what that man put out was so freaking bogus. For one, you have no charts on this man. You're purely speculating like the rest of us are, but you decided to say you had credentials for clicks and likes, and motherfuckers chewed it. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to curse today. People chewed it up, ate it, spat it out, and ate it again like it was the gospel and the law. So that I really, really was frustrated with, because at this point everybody's just speculating. But that person decided to get on YouTube and give himself credentials, and people believe any and every fucking thing, and it just blew up like wildfire. It's crazy. So I'm with
You
you.
know, and I also want to say this, and like, okay, y'all, I'm not here to tell anybody what to believe, what to think, whatever you believe in, whatever you feel, whoever you go to when in your needy time, that's on you. But what I'm here to say is we all know that miracles can happen. Okay? I know everybody wants to believe like he got damage from this car accident, but how many people do y'all know that are thrown from a Ferrari moving that fast that live to tell the story? Not only that, get back in the ring and fight three times now with Bud, three times with Bud, and still got up and is capable enough to write a tweet to let y'all know, hey, I'm okay. We know, we believe it. We know miracles happen. I think that's what I want to say. I hate that people are so quick to believe like crazy shit and admit the fact that miracles do happen. You know what I'm saying? Like they want him to be changed, they want him to be different, but there's so many people that have lived through so much crazier shit and went on to live perfectly normal lives. Like He may just be that person. We don't want to like your mouth is a powerful thing.
He
Y'all,
said he said that's what he believes. He said on multiple occasions he was wilding out and he feel like God touched on him and said, "Hey, cut that shit out. I'm gonna come and get you. Cut it out, or I'm gonna come and get you." He believes that. So I just feel like as much as he shares that, Al Heyman has helped him set himself up for after boxing, I just don't think if he was really in harm's way, he would keep putting himself in the ring like that. I don't think there's any credible doctor that's going to approve for him to get in the ring like
no,
that.
and not even no shady janky doctor. Because if something go on and happen, they're gonna pull that fucking medical record and see who cleared him to get back in the ring. Like, we gotta be smart about this shit that we doing. I know everybody that is involved. We're all emotional. Like, we say things, but we gotta be logical about this shit for real. Like,
Yeah.
not only do he have to get cleared by his doctors, he has to get cleared by the commission's doctor too.
Right. Right.
And no,
It's a combination.
it's a combination.
It's a combination. Okay.
Nobody is going to clear him with that type of condition, you guys. Nowhere.
Nobody. The same way they wouldn't clear him to fight with their retina. And that was an eye, not his brain. So I just don't believe that. I just really don't believe that. But I tend to lean where Shawala is going. She says lethargy, low punch resistance, and power also goes with being drained. And the man has consistently said, and in the after fight interview, he's kept saying 154. Like, he's not fighting at 47 anymore. He's not. Opulent LDTV, he says, are y'all gonna attend the rematch? I don't know. Opulent.
Fuck no. There's your answer. Fuck no. I'm gonna be in my room with my door closed. This time ain't nobody getting no invite. You watch that shit at your own fucking house, cause I need to be alone.
I need to be alone too. I can't go through that kind of drama no more. I don't even care if he knocks Bud to Kingdom Come. I need to be in the comfort of my own home with that.
He can beat Bud ass this time, and I really mean that, because they want a trilogy. He could beat his ass, and I still am gonna watch that shit alone
At home.
at home.
By myself.
Shit.
Yeah. Jesse Green, how you doing, Jesse? He says, I don't care what nobody say. That was not the same Spence that fought Porter, Ugas, Garcia, and the rest of who he fought. Things will come out later. I believe that. And VJ, I hear you too. You said that. I hear everything y'all saying, but that means Bud is just that many levels above EJ. Is that what it means?
Probably.
When he's drained and sick, yes.
Okay, and let's just say that Bud is levels above EJ. That's cool. But there's people that is trying to take away from Errol's talent and trying to boost Bud. Like, you can't say that EJ is a piece of shit now. You can't say EJ was a piece of shit before this fight, because if he was, he beat fucking champions with belts and took they shit. He beat them bad enough to where he went in and took they shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he beat the folks that he beat. And if we're being honest, what we've seen from him previously, he would have beat the people that were on Bud's resume as well. We not finna do that. Okay, we not finna take away from nothing. Okay, Phenomenal Mexican says they want him to be humble. I hate that cold word. Yes, Phenomenal Mexican. I hate that word too. When Tifus, when Sean Porter said that, when he tweeted that, I was infuriated, because at what point during this entire thing had he not been humble? What point was he super arrogant? The only thing that he may have been arrogant about was not taking a tune-up. Maybe you can call that arrogance. But he was never overtly arrogant and cocky. And even when he talked shit about Bud's resume, we knew he was just talking shit and poking. I didn't like that at all. I hate that. And that
I don't
is
trust, friend.
What
you know what I don't trust?
What?
I don't trust people with a little smell to them. Sean Porter wasn't humble when Bud, his daddy, had to throw in a towel for motherfucking Bud because Bud was beating his ass. And not saying Bud was beating his ass because he wasn't. Somebody had to tell Bud that Bud was getting his ass beat for him to kick it the fuck up. Were you humble when your daddy threw in that towel for you? Because I remotely remember you punching that motherfucking canvas like you really wanted to get up and shake something. Either way, Bud was going to knock you out. But it is what it is.
Mike Jones came back and he said, but BOXIANA, they cleared Ali when he fought Holmes. They did, and that was way back then, and they have extremely better procedures.
And BJ said that too, but like, y'all got to think about the times and the doctors. Like, we live in a time, social media is a big fucking deal. Fans would have started calling that motherfucking doctor out on social media. It would have been a wrap for him immediately. They wouldn't have thought about it. The cancel culture is real. They didn't have that shit back then. You could clear a fighter to fight and fight another day. If he dies, he dies. It was that back then. Now,
it's too many protocols in place now for that. I just believe that. There's too many protocols in place for that right now. I'm sorry. And it's because they will be sued to the moon and back at this point. And it's too many different clearances that have to be made. So I'm a ease. I can see how people will say that. I'm not finna even sit here and act like I can't see why nobody would say something like that. I can see that. I just don't believe that any doctor is gonna put his shit on the line for somebody. I just don't. I really don't. Dion Williams, hi Dion. He says there's a difference between an excuse and a factor. Thank you, Dion. He says people will defend athletes in other sports that have a lot less physicality. I'm not sure what the factor was, but Errol was not the same. No, he was not the same that night. No,
and Tim, nobody's making an excuse for Errol losing. We have an opinion. We already gave Bud his credit. We are moving past the credit part. Now we get to talk about what we saw the night of the fight, because we didn't do that last week. We came in there, we said Bud beat Errol's ass. We said everything that we needed to say. We're not doing that today. Today we're telling y'all what we saw.
Right.
And we're allowed to tell you what we saw at this point.
Yeah. Taking, again, with the disclaimer that we're taking absolutely nothing away from Bud Crawford and the performance that he put on. But let me ask you something, Rick, because I know you were pulling for Bud. When was the last time you've ever seen, or did you feel like Bud eased up on Spence? Do you feel like he eased up on him? When was the last time you've seen Bud ease up on an opponent? And why would he do that?
Why would he do that? That's a question that nobody can ask. If Bud is the killer that y'all say, he would have. There is no respect in the ring. When you out to kill, you out to kill. Bud carried Errol for 4 rounds till he just couldn't no more. Till Errol looked so bad that he had to put him out of his misery. Why? Why would he do that? Did Bud also know something wasn't right? Because everybody then told you about Errol's power and you felt it and you was like, that's it? Be humble, because you're not being humble. I'm getting a lesson today in how to say certain things. I'm from the fucking country. So I be humble because this is not. I think that Bud knew something was out of place, friend, because he did carry him
He
completely
did.
all the way.
He did. Not only that, his demeanor and everything in the post fight, I just and I'm not saying Bud is a bad dude, but he was an extremely gracious winner after all the build up to this fight. I just feel like he knew something the rest of us didn't know. That's how I feel. And I feel like he said also, it was hard for me to make 47. So yeah, we can run it back at 54. Like he's not giving any pushback for anything that Spence is requesting. Because Spence said, I want the rematch. Hopefully we can do it at 54. He was very adamant about that. And when Bud spoke, Bud said, 47 was hard for me to make too. So yeah, we can do it at 54. I don't know him I don't know Bud like that. He's not my fighter. I like Bud, but I don't know him inside and out like I feel like I know Spence. I just felt like he was way gracious, way gracious, which I respect. But I feel like he knew something. He was privy to some information, maybe. I don't know.
Say he was privy. I'm gonna say when after they got through with that first round and Bud hurt him in that second round, Bud was like, "Nah, this wasn't how this was supposed to go. You were supposed to fight me." And Bud was very much confused at why he wasn't getting fucking fought just like the rest of us. There's no excuse. This is just an assessment from the motherfucking fans. We're allowed that.
And
But there is I've never heard Bud carry a fucking fighter. Never.
yeah.
Never.
Did we say that at the same time? Never.
Never.
Jesse Green came back. He says he had no punch resistance, and every punch he hit him with hurt him, and did. Absolutely did. I was shocked when I heard, and well, not shocked because I saw it, but in the post fight with Stephen A, when Bud spoke to him, he said he got hit flush in the second round, and he thought to himself, is this it? Is this all the power? This the power? This all he got? And he knew then it was going to be his night. I don't know anybody that EJ's ever fought that had that assessment after getting hit flush by him. Nobody. I could see in the ring that he had no power. None. I feel like he was drained, and coupled with maybe some type of sickness, illness, dehydration, diarrhea. I don't know. He just was not the guy that I know him to be. Keith Pearson Jr. Did Dallas show how disloyal the Spence fan base is with memes and mockery, or black Spence boxing fans aren't as loyal as others? Ooh, y'all, this is my brother. Brother, that is a fantastic freaking question. And I'm going to read it again because I've been mad all week at all the flip-flopping that has been going on with the fans from specifically the DFW. Okay. I've been furious with it. My brother said, did Dallas show how disloyal the Spence fan base is with the memes and the mockery? Or are black Spence boxing fans just not as loyal as others? Ooh, friend, what you got to say about
a whole bunch of unloyal bitches with a capital B. I ain't never seen. They don't change their draws as much as they switched up on fucking Earl as fast as they did. I have a whole lot to say about that. It's very much considering that how all of a sudden now Arrow got beat, and now everybody is backing for Boots to beat Bud. Y'all trying to get that kid killed. Please give him time to be great. Y'all doing too fucking much. But stay on your side. Cause the get back gonna get back. And when he get back, ain't I knew cause we see all y'all unloyal bitches with a capital B.
Capital B. And I saw it specifically on my Facebook page, brother. I saw so much foolishness from Dallas folks. Now, some of the Dallas folks was down like 4 flat tires, but then I saw some of them flip flopping fishes. They just was, well, he is from DeSoto. That ain't really Dallas.
Friend, when I saw that, I got so motherfucking upset.
You got to be kidding me. When he was winning, it was Dallas, 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 Dallas. Now that he's taking an L, it's, well, it's called the Triple D. It's Dallas, Duncanville, DeSoto. We gonna act brand new because he took an L? We gonna say, oh, he really ain't from Dallas now? That's what we doing? Oh, okay. I see y'all. I see all y'all. I see you.
Stay on your side.
Stay right over there. Mm-hmm. Purgatory. See Perceptions Music. He says, I grew up. Wait a minute. I gave up on the fight, but you look like Baumgartner's sister. He got to be talking about you.
No, he ain't talking. He's talking about you. I'm very white skinned. I don't know.
You closer to Baumgartner than I are. Either way, thank you.
She was very cute today. She was.
We're gonna talk about that too as well. Thank you so much for that super chat, sir. He came back. He says, I think that someone, not you, was saying that Spence was just better. That angry man was wrong. I don't know who the angry man is.
I mean,
I can imagine who the angry man was, but I'm not gonna speculate who the angry man was. Tony, aka Ubergas, he says, see, that's the part people are not talking about. Bud, after the 7th, was checking on Spence because he really could have really finished him, but he still gave EJ his belts back because he knew himself. Spence wasn't right. Ain't nobody talking about that, Tony.
They ain't gonna talk about it.
Ain't nobody talking about that, Tony.
Because we not making excuses. We gonna get that get back at 154, and that's it. Let Bud fans continue to say whatever they want to say. We not making no excuses. Y'all think whatever the fuck y'all want to think. We'll get it back.
Tony, I peeped that too, though.
Me too.
I peeped that too, Tony. I did. You know, we see everything. Okay, we see it all. We see it all. You know what my biggest concern though is? Even though Bud did take it easy on him, he was so good. He was so precise. He was so surgical with his punches. He connected so much. I don't know how much damage Spence actually took, coupled with all the other things that he's been involved in outside of the ring. So my hope and my prayer is that he's okay and that, you know, that didn't do anything extra. I'm so grateful that the referee stepped in and stopped the fight when he did. Could have been stopped earlier, in my opinion. That's just me. But
Derek couldn't stop it because he was trying to get the fuck to London. You know how I feel about like the losers came into camp, and you know I like Ryan Garcia now, man. We got too many losers in the camp. We turning the whole fucking camp into losers. Pay attention to them two that need you. turn them into winners again. Not no two-timers, because you know everything is done real well on the second time. Now, they didn't fought Bud once. Magabell had to do it with Tony Harrison. Castano. They always get it back. They don't get it on that first time sometimes. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. But them fucking losers is over there losing. Got the rest of us losing.
Miami, I said that a couple of weeks ago. I feel like I didn't like, first of all, I wasn't a big fan of them going to Vegas so early, but that was because Derek was there, Frank, the week before. I wasn't a fan of that. But then I really wasn't a fan of all the other star-studded pupils that he has in his stable. It was like photo op here, photo op there. Like, we need you to be locked in and focused in training. This is the biggest fight of my guy's career. Okay. We know it's hard as hell for him to make 147 pounds. We need all hands on deck. We need everybody completely focused on this one thing. I don't want to see nobody else in the gym. Okay. I don't want to see that. Even if they were that, I don't want you posting it. Okay. Because it ain't about them right now. It's about him. Okay. We need to be laser focused here. And I don't feel like that was the case. And friend, let's just talk about it because we're finna move on. But we had a discussion like we always do. You know, yeah, we talk all day, every day. Somebody said to you that they feel like DJ has like kind of disappeared a little bit. And he hasn't necessarily disappeared because he told us all where he was going. He had a flight to London the next day, right? If AJ don't win this fight coming up in a couple of weeks, how you gonna feel about that? I think it's next week. Ain't the fight next week?
It is. It very much is.
How you don't want
to. I don't know how you gonna feel. You an AJ fan. Me, not so much. And if AJ get over there and get whooped, if AJ win, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna let you know that off the cool. Because that means you was putting more time into the motherfucking losers into your goddamn winners. You can't train everybody at the same time. Each person need their own individual shit. I tell you what, who better not, you better not neglect. I'll find him a new camp real quick. Real fast.
Friend, what happened? We need you back. You were in the middle of something. What is going on? Friend, come back. Come back, Box. Come back. I'm going to read the super chats, guys, until she comes back. She was in the middle of saying something about Derek James. But Dion Williams is saying there's a lot of so-called unbiased analysts out here that can't resist showing Errol at his worst in their screenshots. It's weird. Sangre azul. Yes, very blue. Todd French 600 says,
okay, I'll find him a new fucking camp very fast. I will find him a new camp immediately.
Wait, go back because you cut out. We didn't hear what all you said. What?
There's one person in that camp that he better not turn into a loser. Each person need their own individual shit. When you have a lot of fighters like that, you got to give them their own specifics. He had them all together doing the same fucking thing. All I seen Errol do was yoga.
You kept saying that.
I kept saying that. And that shit didn't sit right in my spirit. because I've watched all his camps, friend. I know what he be doing in camp.
Can you, okay, so me playing devil's advocate, right? What I'm thinking is they were using the yoga for strength because he could not lift weights the way he normally lifts for power, because it would have put him over the 147-pound limit. So he was trying to teeter a very fine line between having strength and still being able to make the weight. And I think in reality, it was just freaking impossible at this point in his career. He's not 26, 27, 28. He's not even 30 anymore. It gets harder as you get older. So, what I think they thought they were trying to do was use the yoga for strengthening, but yoga is not what you use for boxing strength. You need brute strength, fighting strength for boxing. Yoga is not going to give you that. We trying to see Blu-ray is what we trying to see. Damn it. I wasn't going to say it, but I mean, damn. We haven't seen Blu-ray since freaking Sean Porter. And what a lot of y'all don't realize is when Spence fought Sean Porter, he was doing all the wrong shit. Okay, he was drinking, it was fat camps here and there, and he was doing all the wrong shit. And he was still able to win that fight. But it could have been such an easier fight. That Sean Porter fight was probably the worst physical Errol Spence we've ever seen. But that freaking Kell Brooks Spence, that Lamont Peterson Spence, that's the one I'm looking for. That's him. I'm looking for him. And that one was a Blu-ray strength and conditioning Spence. Okay. I love the nutritionist, but I need the strength and conditioning to be that. All right. I don't know what's going on with my good sister's Wi-Fi, but I'm going to read these super chats until she gets back. Todd French says, can't be said that maybe Bud's strategy was to prolong negotiations so long to the point that EJ would be wagering. It was a year and a half. Todd French, I said he was playing chess. And in that year and a half, it allowed him to get stronger. Ron Clark says, Bud is gracious because he never had a chance to shine on that stage, and EJ made the fight happen for him. He respects Spence as a man because of that. I agree. I think they both respect each other at this point, but I definitely agree with that. He respects him as a man because he did say out of his mouth that this would not have happened had it not been for Errol Spence, and that's just the truth.
You know what I don't like? I don't like some of you motherfuckers in the comments. And I'm fixing to talk to y'all fucking directly because we said in the beginning of the show, y'all had y'all fucking time. Here's the deal at this point. We kissed ass last week and we said we wasn't going to. This week we decided to give y'all the assessment on the fight. And matter of fact, we finna stop talking about Bud and Errol because y'all ass starts swelling up on y'all. And then we start making excuses by telling y'all how we feel about the fight after we've already gave Bud his credit. Like, giving Bud his credit wasn't enough. We can't tell y'all how we feel about the fight because now we're making excuses after we told y'all this is not an excuse. This is how we feel about the fight. Y'all are fucking weird and able to understand shit. Like, the comprehension skills is fucking crazy. I don't like it. And Ashley 54, I don't like AJ. AJ just don't have no heart. When he start getting hit, he start getting beat up and he stopped caring and then he forget how to fight.
That's why
I don't like that shit.
Yeah, that's why she don't like him. Yeah. She feels like Andy Ruiz basically snatched his heart, and that was that. I still have a little faith in AJ, just a little. Okay, Paquito. No Filter Tony, aka Uber Gas, he says this was the first really bad fight EJ had. He should be okay. I still don't think he can beat Bud at 154, but he should do better, respectfully. You know what? After that kind of beatdown, it's hard pressed for anybody to really believe that he can beat Bud. But all we have to do is go back and look at history. It's been done before. People have been beat up badly. They've come back in the rematch and settled the score. Some have gone on to have trilogies. Some have gone on to have trilogies that, you know, recently they did better or worse in the second fight. And it warranted a third fight. So we don't know. I just tend to feel like if the best version of my guy is present, it's a different story. And I don't think I got even 50% of my guy in that last fight. Also, Jesse Green says, Bud, like Pac-Man, he's getting stronger as he moves up in weight. I don't know about that, shaking my head. He is, but Bud, hey, we're not taking shit away from him. And I heard somewhere, I don't remember exactly who I was listening to because I've been listening to a lot of people, and they made a very valid point saying that Spence has been at 150. He came in at 154. He went down to 47, but he hasn't moved up in the weight classes the way Bud has. Bud started down, I want to say, at 130, 135 maybe. And down there at those smaller weight classes, the hand speed is a huge, huge, big deal. And so moving up through the weight classes, the hand speed of Bud has been retained. And that was a big deal in this fight. Bud was first. He was always getting off first. And even when he was getting off at the same time as Spence, his power was overpowering Spence. So that hand speed with him coming through the lighter weight classes has helped him progress as he's gone up in weight. So, yeah, I mean, just an observation. Just an observation. Dodge J says, before y'all rush that boy back out there, just know that fish grease is still extra hot. We get it. We get it. We ain't rushing nothing. I'm on what he on. Whatever he on, I'm on. Okay. He said he want a rematch. That's what I want for him. So whatever he's on, that's what I'm on. But what I will say is, I think he probably did himself a disservice without taking so-called too many layoffs in his career here recently. I think did him a disservice. He was off. His timing was off. That was one of the things that they kept repeating, him and Derek. His timing was off. And it was. He was slow. Very slow. Tevin Smith came back and he says, we could be looking at the scenario because if AJ wins, Exxon, I don't know what you're trying to say. He's also supposed to fight Wilder in December too. Listen, that's another thing, friend. Did you think about that? That is so true. We'll get back to that. Corey Parker. Hi, Corey. He says, did y'all notice that Bud really didn't go to the body? He didn't have to. He did not have to go to the body at all. And in my assessment before the fight, I said that would be a good place for him to start because Spence doesn't like it. He doesn't like getting hit in the body. He didn't have to go to the body. Equilibrium, punch and punch resistance was off going to the head. He didn't even have to go there.
Dare we say Bud ain't beat nobody's ass like that?
He had. That was his easiest fight at 147. Crazy to say.
I'm gonna keep I'm gonna reserve my comments because then they'll be taken as excuses, and I don't want to have to get rid of some of y'all in the comments because I see all of y'all comments. I don't want to kick nobody out. I didn't already kick one person out of here permanently. Phenomenal Mexican, stop asking about him.
Todd French 600 says all facts. Nik J. EJ only has one loss. What if Holyfield said fuck it against Bo? Or Sugar Ray said fuck it after Duran? They both came back. Hashtag bounce back. Hell yeah, hashtag bounce back. God damn it. Hell yeah. If that's what he on, that's what I'm on. Okay. Now, I mean that. Especially at 154. He been supposed to been at 154. He stayed at 147 far too long. He was at 147 trying to accomplish a goal at being the first undisputed champion at 147. It didn't work out. You know how much stuff didn't happen to me in my life that did not work out as planned?
Yes, James Rudd. Bud ain't beating nobody's ass that fucking bad. He did not beat David Evanesia's ass that fucking bad.
No.
He didn't beat Sean Porter's ass that fucking bad.
No.
He was whooping this man's ass from the opening fucking bell.
And people were saying, oh, Spence looked fine to me in round one. No, he did not.
Let them say what, you know what? Y'all think whatever y'all want to think. We gonna think whatever we want to think. We're able to have a motherfucking opinion. No. But ain't beat nobody's ass like that.
He hadn't. I think he was surprised at how easy it was being done. But it's hard pressed for you to make me believe that he didn't know that something wasn't right either. I don't know when. I don't know when he found out something wasn't right. Maybe he found it out in the ring. I don't know. But he knew something wasn't right either. He knew this was not the Spence that he had been preparing for. He knew that. He did. He didn't even have to change anything. Mike Jones says Bud ain't been enrolled in VADA since 2020. Victor Conte and Bud is a match made in here. Mike Jones, don't you come in here with that. Now, I thought you was Bud's dude. Are you coming in here accusing Terrence Dwayne Budrick Crawford of some foolishness? Are you, Mike? Because I'm not willing to go there. That man, I thought they both were in VADA testing. That man has never tested positive for anything. Ever. Not even nothing. Not even nothing. Please don't say that. Now, I'm not saying that. I am not saying that about Spence. I am not. Now, I did notice somebody pointed out to me, question for the chat. Is it true that Bud had his hands wrapped in the manner that in a way normally has his wrapped, where he puts the tape on the skin first and then the gauze and then the tape? Did he have that? Okay. Now, that was new to me. I didn't know they allowed that in Las Vegas. That was news.
Apparently, anything goes in Vegas. Those same wraps that Inouye had, that's legal in Vegas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does he know that? Okay. I'm wondering, did
I'm not saying shit.
I'm not saying that either. Did Spence have his raps that way?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Ty French came back and he said they stalled out EJ by weight drain strategy. You know what, Ty French? That was the man has always said he wanted to be the first welterweight champion of the world. The man has been saying for the longest that, 147 is extremely difficult for him to make. Folks did go get another fight at the end of last year. If that was his strategy, bravo. It worked out for him. We'll see you in the rematch. I mean, that's all I can say. Hey, Ashy54, he says, LOL, y'all actually do be reading comments. That's what's up. Hell yeah, we be reading comments. Are you crazy? Absolutely. You can't just be in here talking crazy. We read everything. Everything. Yeah, so friend, we finna move on from that because we get a little testy talking about our guy. Okay. Wishing Errol Spence Jr. all the comeback mojo, strength that he can possibly receive. And we're still giving a very heartfelt congratulations to Terrence Bud Crawford because he went out there and fought a hell of a fight. Not taking anything away from him. Just giving our opinions on our guy. That's it. Friend, I want you to talk to the people about what you did today. My friend went to a weigh-in today, y'all. Queens of the Range trying to get up in these boxing streets and whatnot. So there's a match tomorrow in Dallas, Texas. And they are merging boxing and like entertainment, celebrity boxing. So Jake Paul has a card, but on his undercard, our girl, Shadeja Green, is on the undercard of this fight. Okay, Shadeja Green is fighting a lady named, what is her name? Olivia Curry, tomorrow at the American Airlines Stadium in Dallas, Texas. And my friend was there at the weigh-ins. Friend, tell the people how the weigh-ins went today. Not yesterday, today.
Very nice. It was a very nice little family outing with VJ win, and I took Major because he's a Jake Paul fanatic. Child,
Is he?
baby, let me tell you, those kids love Jake Paul.
Really?
Love. There's a little boy sitting. Shout out to Karma. I don't know if Karma's in here. Me and Karma sat next to each other, and there's a little boy that was sitting behind us when Jake Paul came out, friend. He was bawling. Like, you know how when they saw Michael Jackson, they was crying and falling out. This little baby was bawling. I was like, the Annie and me just popped out immediately. He couldn't see. So me and Karma I had one hand and Karma had the other hand, and he was standing in between us so he could see over the crowd. Come on, sir. Get your views. You only live one time. If he would have missed that, friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, and his people was trying to call Jake and get Jake's attention. Like, I love the kids. The kids warm my heart. So, like, I loved it. It was great. But my friend, I was out there yelling. I've been in her ear all day. Like, say, friend, this was gonna have to happen. After you knock Olivia out tomorrow, you're gonna have to get in there and talk your talk. I was like, they gotta hear from you tomorrow. I was scrolling down Twitter, and like, the people want to hear from you. Get in there and say some names, friend, and you gotta say them with a straight fucking face. She looked great. I was very much happy. She was in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, that weigh-in shit is weird. They need to stop doing them ceremonial weigh-ins. Because let me tell y'all, it was a guy. That motherfucker came out in some black jeans and some tennis shoes and got right on the scale. I was like, dear God, this is embarrassing. This is not how this go, friend. One dude had on some shorts and the tennis shoes and got right up there on the scale. I was like, I know you ain't finna weigh in this shit right here. The dude in the black jeans took me. The dude in the black jeans was tearing me the fuck up because I can't believe he got out there like that. But yeah, Shadesha looked great. Her opponent, she looked like a cup of milk. I don't mean that in like good, delicious milk, like cow milk.
Did you say good, delicious?
Yeah, that cow milk ain't good. Yeah, and if y'all out here drinking cow milk, y'all are disgusting. Very much nasty. Cow milk is disgusting. I don't know how y'all doing it. But yeah, I was like, you look like milk, I don't understand it. But it was good. Like, I love being in that type of atmosphere. Like, it got me looking forward to the next fight. Like, I'm gonna be prepared for it. And they had signs, like, shit on their backs. Like, Nate came with the motherfucking package. Okay. Nate brought all the old UFC fighters. I can't remember what that guy name was, but I remember him. He had cauliflower ear real fucking bad. Both ears was cauliflower really bad. But a whole lot of guys in there. Like, they brought their families. It was great. It was awesome. But yeah, Shadesha looked great. I was very much proud of her. But like I told her, get in after you knock this girl out tomorrow. Make some fucking noise. Let them know I want my shit. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I know. I told her, I was like, I'm going to be at the next shit too. Because believe me, folks need to know you got a fan in me. You know what I mean? Like,
And the home base. Yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
yeah, and like it was good to see like the people that were there. Like VJ just said, the UFC people was deep. When Jake Paul came out, they was booing. I was very surprised for them to be getting booed like that, and it was his event.
Mm.
Nate Diaz came out there. He looked like absolute shit. He got a belly, not a belly. It was a good.
A
It was
good
good.
friend.
It was a good. It was very much out of place and jiggly wiggly. He
No.
came out there. It was another fight out there with a fupa. He, it was
Oh
only big at the bottom. It was slim at the top, friend, but it was big on the bottom. And I know Nate always looked crazy.
no.
Yeah, friend, I'm fucking howling.
Oh no. Okay, so how was Amanda Serrano?
She came out
Amanda.
there with her handler. Her sister wasn't there, but the male handler was there. Friend, I don't know. And then you know what shook me? Like she the one. She is the one. How is it that you walked out before her?
She walked out before her opponent.
He walked out before Amanda.
Who?
The handler. He came out first, and then she came out behind him, and I was like, hello? Is everybody okay? Because I'm pretty sure she should have came out first. He came out first. I was very much confused. But, friend, I had a lot of questions. Okay, it's Friday, but I got to tell the truth.
Go
So
ahead.
Heather came out, and she had on this two-piece. Alicia
Heather looked
Butler.
cute. She had a nice
No, she
ponytail
didn't.
going.
No,
No.
I thought she had under titties, but it wasn't under titties. It was her ribs. Cause I asked Karma, I was like, Karma, is them her under titties? What is that? Karma say, Karma said, I think it's her ribs. I was like, nah, I'm not sure. This look like under titty. You know how when you buy something that's too small and it only cover up a little bit, and you got some hanging out at the bottom? I thought it was under titty. It was her ribs.
I don't know if I'm trying to visualize under titty.
You know what the hell under titty? It's the meat that hang out of the bottom when your shit don't fit right. You know what? You didn't see somebody with some under titty before. You know exactly.
Right. Right. Spillage. Spillage.
Yeah, but at the bottom. But at the bottom, not the top. At the
Too
bottom.
little. Like something is too small.
Yeah, and you got under titty. I'm afraid I don't know what else to describe it as. Under titty.
Okay.
He had, but it was her ribs because they was. I don't know the way the camera was set up. I was like, I'm very much confused at what's going on here. But she had on sneakers with that fucking outfit, friend. I could have punched her in the back. Alicia Baumgartner is putting people to shame.
She was there. Did you see her?
I very much did, and it got real quiet. And I was finna say, Alicia, take her shit too. But then I remember what you said, friend. It was when I tell you it was quiet in that bitch. I had enough ample time to do that shit. I was like, my friend said, don't embarrass us. So I ain't. But I wanted to yell out, Alicia, now take her shit too. She's always dressed nice. Her hair always look nice. And she know when to wear tennis shoes and when not to wear tennis shoes.
I think either she's naturally, she naturally just knows how to dress well, or she has a stylist. Either way, very rarely do you catch her out of order visually.
She's never out of order. She looks perfect, unlike some of these other female fighters that don't know how to keep themselves together. And we got Are we done with this fucking weigh-in? Because we got one more thing to discuss before we get out of here. Actually, we got two things, but we can save some of that for Sunday.
Okay, let me read these super chats and we're gonna go into what you want to talk about because I know what it is.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We have Corey Parker who says, I don't like what ESPN is saying about EJ. And Corey Parker, if you're I don't either. I do not either, Corey. I don't like it. And Watch Your Mouth says, I quit watching Trill and you because of the hate. Who was we hating on? Watch Your Mouth. He says, thanks for being real. Now that it's over, I truly think EJ was scared, so he fought scared. You know what, Watch Your Mouth? I don't know if I would use the word scared because I don't think he was scared. But if he knew he wasn't at his best, he was a little bit apprehensive. He did not look as confident as he normally does. So I wouldn't use the word scared, though, because I don't think he's scared. If he was scared, he wouldn't have got in the ring. Okay? Yeah. Go ahead, friend.
It was the first part of the super chat for me. But we don't have to address that here nor there. But I'm very much confused at that first part. Like, never mind. It don't matter. We ain't
Go ahead, because we're going to address it. I tried to skip past it.
No, because I don't want nobody thinking that, like, I'm trying to, you know me, I'm not good with my words. So I don't want nobody to take this, clip this specific part and be like, this is what BOXIANA said. BOXIANA said that. I don't want that. So I'm going to refrain from saying that because we've always had an opinion.
Always.
And if you listen close enough, we always said what we wanted to say. It might not have got said when you thought. We waited to another show to say that same shit that we missed on the show before. So we've always had an opinion. So I don't know who we've been hating on. Like, y'all always known I ain't a real Deontay Wilder fan. Like, we got differences here.
Yeah, of opinions. That's what made the show the show.
Yeah. That's all.
Yeah, that's what we're going to say. We're going to leave it there. Tevis Smith said, what scared man gets up 3 times? Not now. I know, Tevis. Not one that I know. Not one. Okay? Now, what we are going to address that my friend and I have been waiting to discuss. Female boxing is on the rise. Okay? Friend, don't do it. I see you reading them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Female boxing is on the rise. Okay? There is an established GOAT. Okay? She's named herself the GOAT. And for the most part, nobody's really giving her any pushback on that. You know, we're talking about Clarissa Shields here. Okay, she's the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time. That's what it stands for. Talking about boxing. She's so good, she got bored with boxing and she went to MMA, won a fight over there. Okay, cool. But for whatever reason, being the GOAT doesn't seem to be enough for her. She has more than once, on more than one occasion, decided she wanted to call out men boxers, male boxers, and challenge them to boxing matches. One in particular that she cannot keep his name out of her mouth, Keith Thurman. She said his name years before. She said it again. And now all of a sudden I see on my Twitter timeline that her and Keith Thurman are doing an exhibition boxing match. Friend, I just need to know, how do you feel about this?
You want me to lie to you or you want me
to please tell me the truth.
I hope he beat her ass. And when I say beat her ass, I mean, dog absolutely fucking walk her ass to when she want to wake up in the next morning, she's going to decide not to get out the bed because she hurt so fucking bad. She cannot get up. I've fallen and I cannot get up. Keith Thurman beat my ass and I cannot get up. Listen, bitches is already fighting for their lives in they fucking home, in they home. You done got your grown fucking ass up here and said, I don't want to fight Shadesha Green, somebody I got history with and I should be fucking focusing my attention on. I don't want to fight her. I want to fight him.
Why him though, friend?
Cause he light skinned. And I told y'all, don't nobody like no light skinned motherfuckers. I made it through this whole show without cussing. But this right here, I've been watching all the little proceedings, friends, and I've taken as much as I could fucking take. Like, women have a hard enough time. We got certain folks we trying to keep out of our sport in general, okay? There's certain people that are trying to infiltrate our sports, and some of them look a lot like y'all, just with me and my friend's hair. Okay? We're trying to keep them out of our sport. And then you want to go and say, you know what, let's just bypass all that. Just let me go and fight this man. It's goofy. It's giving very much, I just need some fucking attention. If you are the greatest woman of all time, just be that. But to get your big grown ass up and call out Keith Thurman, I gave you too many compliments on that hair. You want to be a man, ma'am. You wants to be a man. So, okay, I tell you what. Listen, don't ask me shit about fighting no man, okay? Because if something happened to my tire, I'm not changing no fucking tire myself. I'm going to call my man. I'd be damned if I get out there and do some nigga work. And excuse my French, but it is what it is. You want to be a boy? Get your ass out there. I give it to her raw. Though all that headgear and all that shit, no. She want to get out there and fight, beat her ass. And I don't mean just a little bit. I mean literally beat her ass. Because she gonna ask me
to give it to her.
Beat her ass. Raw. Raw, friend. Raw. No, just straight motherfucking pow. That first hit gonna fuck her up, friend. We are talking about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is just not no. He ain't just start. He not no warehouse worker. We talking about the motherfucking Keith Thurman. Hit her at raw, Keith. Raw. Everything you got. When I tell you, wind that motherfucker up like this before you let that bitch go. I mean, wind that motherfucker up before you hit her ass with it. Because that's going to be the first and the last fucking time. Beat her ass. Because no other women are out here making propositions. Like, she has chased Keith Thurman down.
That's what I'm tripping down. She chased him. Right.
But see, you know what? This is why I be getting on y'all light-skinned men so hard. Because you see who she came after?
And his ass accepted.
You know why? Because light skins do shit like that. And then Keith Thurman gonna get her in there and beat her ass up. And they gonna be calling Keith Thurman a woman beater. No. She asked to get her ass beat like this. She asked to get hit raw, just like this, friend. She asked for it. She begged for it. She literally posted that shit till he said, you know what? Okay. Keith Thurman said she can have on headgear, all the gear, and he'll wear like some like 8-ounce gloves, maybe. I think he was supposed to have on the bigger fucking gloves. Beat her ass, Keith Thurman. And when I say beat her ass from permanently now on, I want him to beat her up so bad that she will stop wearing fucking straight back braids when she get ready to fight. She gonna come in there with a weave ponytail, a microwave ponytail, something to let y'all fucking know. I don't play like that. I don't play like that. A motherfucking microwave ponytail. 16-ounce gloves. He said that he will wear 16-ounce gloves and she can wear all the gear. Beat the fuck out of her. I don't give a fuck what she got on. If that whole body is gonna be open, hit her in her arms, her legs, everything. Beat her ass. Raw. That's my.
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, okay. Nurse Lee says Clarissa selling tickets, and if I was Keith, I would give her ass a show. I know that's right. Nurse Lee. Deion Williams says, reminds me of when Rousey was saying she could beat Floyd. We saw that happen soon after that. We saw what happened soon after with Holly Holmes. Her time is coming.
You know why? And you know who gonna come for her time? It's a back that's fixing to be on her ass. I got one she can fight. She don't want none of that. She want to fight Keith Thurman because you know what? I think she think Keith Thurman a hoe.
Honestly, she has to. She got to.
She do.
Miami Snoopy 305 said Clarissa must have heard you call Keith Wolf pussy. She think he food. Listen,
beat her ass. Whoop her ass.
Okay, QKC say give her an Ike and Tina Turner ass whoop. Yo.
Beat her ass. Ain't no reason. Listen, I know some women that can knock a man out for real in real time. But here's the thing, like she ain't out there going like blow for blow. She hitting them in them first 1 or 2 punches, and that's it. You finna have to fight him. He finna whoop your ass. And guess what? I'm gonna watch it. If it's close, I might even go to that because I would like to see you get your ass beat for putting yourself in a man's place.
For real, like no, minus the cackling that we're doing right now because it's funny as hell. Yeah, I really want to know what's going on in her mind that she feel like she need to call out this man. Why specifically him? And what is it? What really is it? What really is it? Because you could say all day long, you don't have no competition, this, that, and the third. But there are women that are willing to fight you that you haven't fought yet. Why? What is it about? What is it? What is going on? I so don't want to say attention seeking whoredom, but that's where I am at this point. And I hate to say that. But more than her doing the calling out, I wish he would have just really checked her as a man and not obliged this foolishness. Because now not only am I looking at her sideways, I'm looking at him doubly sideways. Why would you accept an exhibition match? Are you retired or are you still a fighter? What are you doing, Keith Thurman? What the hell are you doing? Why would you entertain this foolishness from this foolish woman? Why would you do that? You're being foolish. I feel like she's being foolish right now. Where are the men in your life at this point? Okay, where are the men in your life that mean anything to you? Because your coaches would be like, "Nah, this ain't the play, big dog. This ain't it." Like I don't understand this thing. I really don't understand this thing. But it'll be the same person talking about some, oh, she a female, or why he come up to her, why he think he could do this to her. You think you can fucking fight a man in a boxing ring? A real life boxer? I don't care how many advantages he gives you. Why would you want to even put that man in that situation? Like, do you have something against Keith Thurman? Did he do something to you? What is the fucking deal? Like, for real, it pissed me off. And I ain't even no Keith Thurman fan. But just as a whole man, this man got a wife and a family, which is why I'm pissed off at him too. Because his wife should have said, we're not entertaining no foolishness from no woman that's acting like a fucking little girl that needs some attention. So I'm mad at everybody that's involved because the shit is foul on several different levels. It's foul. I don't like it. I don't like nothing about it. It's stupid. If both of y'all are fighters that are not retired, what is this? Why are y'all trying to blur lines and whatnot? It ain't funny at this point. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's idiotic. You can jab her ass to death. For what, Keith? You're not gonna win. It's a lose-lose situation for you. You out here looking like a fucking buster fighting a girl, a woman. I don't care if she's the greatest woman of all time. You got men that you claim you could beat in your weight class, that you can make real money fighting. And you sitting up wasting your time jabbing on Clarissa Shields in headgear. It's dumb. It's stupid. And it's silly. Find something else to do. The both of y'all. Yes.
Can I ask, what man did she beat up that make her feel like she can whoop these niggas she keep calling out? Because she
spars men in training camp, and they don't take it easy on me. Okay.
Did you see the sparring tape that she posted of the men that she sparring? Okay, I can knock them out too. Maybe you probably can knock. I know I can knock 2 of them out for sure. They look like light work. So who are you sparring? I know
Benaya, right. It's more silly than Jake Paul, because Jake Paul has yet to get in the ring with a freaking woman. Any man that steps his toe into a boxing ring, exhibition or not, to fight a woman is silly to me. Silly. And especially when you're not retired.
And I know a lot of these women, they spar men and they be in there sparring kind of hard, but like, this ain't a sparring match. Like, we seen how the Roy Jones and Mike Tyson exhibition went. Mike was in there really throwing shit on Roy's ass. So if Keith Thurman go in there and hit Clarissa Shields with a liver shot, let's just be realistic, okay? For one, he a man. It don't matter if he fight at 147 pounds, if he fight at 154 pounds, okay? If my little man hit me in the liver, it's gonna cripple me, okay? Because he a man. He hit harder than me. So if this 147-pound man hit this woman in the liver, how is she gonna recover from that?
You know what, friend? It's not. I ain't even going that far. I'm just really appalled at the fact that she would do that. Like, you really don't think no more of yourself than that? Sit in your femininity. Sit the fuck in your femininity. You have made leaps and bounds.
The one we gave her, because she ain't have none before then.
I mean, you have made leaps and bounds on your appearance. Sit and sizzle in your femininity, ma'am. Do that. Concentrate on that. Whoop these women, but sit in your femininity. Why are you challenging? Why? Just why? I
Okay.
sit up every day and think about the motherfuckers who decided, women wanted to work. Why? Shit. I don't want to work every day. You sitting up fighting. You already going against the status quo. Now you want to get your dumb ass in there with a man. Why? Why come? What's wrong with you?
I keep seeing everybody keep saying that she won't Keith. Like she like Keith. That's why she.
That's all I can think of.
Okay.
You remember when we used to be in kindergarten and the little boy pull your hair? Or we be in kindergarten, you knock the little boy upside his head because you like him a little bit, and that's the only way you know how to express it. Like, it's 2023. I'm gonna need you to learn how to use your words and communicate. You done had a whole fiance. It's another way. That man got a whole wife. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm just mad. I don't like nothing about it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it. I won't understand it. Because I'm telling y'all, the first time y'all put a chick with a dick in the division, y'all gonna get a whole lot of goddamn catastrophic events on my behalf. But let's just upstep it. Let's take some of this shit out and let's just go straight directly to fighting men. Way to go, ma'am.
I'm very mad at this. I'm very upset about this. And I wasn't going to speak on it. But I mean, she just kept going and going and going. And his dumb ass accepted. I'm like, who is the grown up in the room? Who is the adult? Because no husband of mine is about to go fight no girl. Not mine. No man of mine.
There's only a willing exception for that. And it typically never happens because I can fight. But if you see me getting jumped and you don't come hit a bitch that's trying to jump me,
that's it.
That's the only.
That's it, and that's all. This ain't that though. This is her planning an event, a charity event. It's all kind of ways you can make a charity event happen. Why come you won't go get in the octagon with Amanda Nunes? Okay, do that for charity. Get in the octagon with Ronda Rousey. Do that for charity. Why are you trying to get in a boxing ring with Keith Thurman? Why? What are you going to prove? We already have established that you are the GOAT. It is not gonna. What do you think? Is she thinking that's gonna make her the GOAT? Is that what she thinks? What is the purpose? What is the bottom line here? That's what I need to know. I think that's what's pissing me off more than anything. What is it that you're looking to accomplish with this foolishness? That's what I want to know. I don't like it. I don't like nothing about it. I don't. I'm gonna read this super chat.
It's a whole shit green out here, friend.
It's whole
Shadesha green out here.
Not even Shadesha. It's a plethora of other women. I'd rather see you fight Katie. Hell, why don't you make your next goal to get a knockout? You ain't done that in a long time. Can we do that? I'm just saying. Mike Jones says Keith turned down the kitty back in the gap. Must have. Maybe that's what it is. And Miami says Helga, hey, from Hey Arnold. I mean, anybody. Hey, football head. I mean, that's exactly who she act like, Helga. I just don't understand why the quote ain't enough for you.
Because, friend, no matter what she do, she got so much criticism for so long. Like when she beat Savannah, the criticism stopped. Like them dudes from the UK was on her fucking heavy. She couldn't even breathe. They were in her comments. Then she started posting these pretty pictures of herself. She got a shitload of clout behind it, but it wasn't boxing clout. You know what I'm saying? Like they were still saying, yeah, but there was a but. She needs a definitive, unanswered ass but. Knock Shadesha out if you can. That'll be a definitive, because that's the boogie woman of the divisions. Knock her out. And then I guarantee you, you gonna be her.
Rick and VJ, y'all finna get cussed out because we ain't talking about him right now. We talking about her. Shut it up.
Get kicked out.
Shut it up.
Kicked out. Get kicked
You
out.
shut it up. That is not who we talking about right now.
Well, do we wait till Sunday to talk about him, or do you want to get it out the way right now?
We could get it out the way now.
Let's get it out the way. Justin, you go do your research. You go do your research on who Shadesha is. Matter of fact, if you go and look in our past shows, we got an interview with Shadesha. Go watch it. Shadesha was a legit basketball player before she went into boxing. I'll let you go from there.
I hope Keith watches this and decides to pull out of this fuckery, because that's what it is, a bunch of tomfoolery.
Don't you pull out of shit. Beat her. Remember that was Celie? Celie told Harpo, beat her. Keith, beat her. And Miss Sophia gonna come running down through them bushes over here to us.
You told
Harpo to beat. Sure the fuck did. We told him to beat the shit out your ass. Whoop your ass. That's what we told him to do. Beat her. With a straight face.
With a straight face. Straight face. BJ, don't say me. Hey, don't. Now we was talking about.
It already pissed me off today.
Damn it.
Beat him.
So we gonna save it for Sunday. I ain't studying y'all. We a minute. We almost an hour, 45 minutes into this. See y'all on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back on Sunday, y'all. Okay. And for that person who was asking about Shadesha Green, you watch her tomorrow. The Zone. She's fighting on the Jake Paul, Nate Diaz undercard. Watch her.
She the only one that's knocking bitches out. She the only female that's really knocking bitches out. How about that?
No, I haven't. Wait a minute. Come on now, Rick. You know I love to eat. Hold up. Rick say, hey, Nik, you ever been to the Candy Shack on Cullen? I just pulled up for only an order of fries, and this ghetto sounding chick say, oh, we don't cook it. They don't cook after 11. No, I ain't never been there.
Well, I'm going to have to figure that out.
What part of Cullen you on? You know Cullen long. What part of Cullen you on? Anyway, y'all, listen. Yes, she is Ann Wolf-ish.
She is. And no Q, the fight is not happening tomorrow. They did not clear Calvin to fight.
See, we told y'all them doctors do their job. And he ain't had no business trying to get his seasoned ass in the ring like that. No way.
I can't believe they was going to make that. I don't give a fuck if it was for charity. I'm sick of y'all in these charity ass fights.
Events.
Beat them. Y'all get it? Do this fucking charity event. If Keith Thurman take it easy on her and let her win, we'll never hear the end of it, friend.
Never.
Keith beat her ass.
I want him to not even oblige her. I want him to cancel it. I want him to pull out. I want him to not subject himself to that foolishness, because it's foolishness. It's a lose-lose situation. Even if he go in there and he beat her, it's gonna be a whole group of people saying, "Why would he do that? Why would he do that?" And my question is, why would she keep putting him on the spot like that? Why would she keep asking to fight? I mean, why would she do that? What's wrong? I need to know. I really need to know. And I asked the question on Twitter. Nobody could give me an answer. I at her because I wanted her to tell me why she's doing this.
She's seen it. She's seen it. Let me they see them fucking tweets. And Drink, let me tell you something. She didn't do shit to us. It's easy to be that bitch without telling no motherfucking body. You can be that bitch and not tell a word. Motherfuckers know who you are, and you ain't even gotta say shit. Like
Drink.
you're the lady that whooped all the ass through the divisions. You got all these titles. Like Bud couldn't even get his fucking shine because she was all in the comments talking about we. Man, bitch, you fucking French? We shit.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing, friend. But golly, can that man have his 2-time undisputed glory without you diddying him? We know, girl. We know you her. You her at thee. We know. Alicia coming for this shit. But we know you her right now. We get it. We got it. We love the bob when it's laid right. We love it. You've been looking great. Why is you trying to fight me in though, big dog? Why? I mean, no tea, no shade for real, like, but for real, why? What is the deal with that? What's the angle behind it? What are you seeking to gain from doing that?
People gonna be like, oh, Clarissa Shields, she beat Keith Thurman, and then they're gonna be like, this same that Keith Thurman that can't take body punches. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, they're gonna diminish your win, sis. Like, it's pointless for you to even do this. Like, no tea, no shade to nobody. You want somebody to fight. There's plenty of people for you to fight, and there's a person right now that got almost just as many fights as you got.
Cause you ain't got 20.
You ain't even seen 20 fucking fights yet.
And you the quote. That's major. Do you know how major that is?
If we start pulling shit up like that, motherfuckers will be like, oh, y'all hating on Clarissa. No, these is the motherfucking facts. When they showed her record when she fought at home, I was like, 14 fights, 15 fights. Hello? You done went through all these divisions and whooped all these bitches and got all these belts. But you did all. Now, if I start combing through shit with a comb, then people gonna call me a motherfucking hater. But it's giving I'm loud and I can't back that shit up. Alicia Baumgartner gonna come through and take all that fucking woke shit smooth out of the guy. They love her too much already. She got the appeal. She got the sex appeal. She's not trying to do it. Like, she ain't going out. And when she talk. She back up the shit that she gonna say. She do what she gonna say majority of the fucking time. And she look good while she doing it. And don't nobody gotta get up and tell her hair ain't right. And as a black woman, should nobody get to tell you to fix yourself before you go on.
Drink more water. Says, I don't know why she gotta get her ass whooped. Why we want Keith to beat her up? Because she calling him out. F Keith Thurman. All these boxers do is build a profile off club. That would be cool, Drink. But Keith is a whole man with a whole wife and kids. I'm just not with the crossing of the genders in the boxing ring. I'm not with it. I don't like it. I think it's disingenuous, and I don't like it. Okay, there are plenty of women for her to fight. I don't like her calling out Keith Thurman or any other male fighter. I don't like it. Okay, I don't. You've established yourself as the GWOAT. Be that. Sit in that. Sit in it. Okay. That's where I am with it. Mike Jones says Clarissa was looking like a bopper on, but hey, man, look, say, hey, I don't know if y'all know what a bopper is, but I do. I'm just saying. Be the GWOAT. You are that. Embody that. Greatest woman of all time. Sit in it.
But if you want to be a man, we support you. Go off, homeboy. Get your fight on. I support you. Manpower, one manpower, whatever you want to be, ma'am. I'ma support you. There ain't no fucking way you finna get your grown ass in there. The GWOAT, the she woman of fucking boxing and fight a man. You're making us look crazy. We look crazy. We already look crazy. They already be talking shit about women in sports, talking sports. Like people got mad at me over opinion and was like, you get back in the kitchen, go make these fucking sandwiches. Like, they say shit like that. Like, what you think they saying about you? They telling your ass go get back in the kitchen too. Cause who in they right? Nobody wants to fight me. Beat her. Okay? Keith Thurman, that's all I beat her.
Listen, Tony, I agree. I completely agree. But she put that man in a really bad situation. All he had to do was say, hell no, I don't fight women. That's all he had to do. I don't know why he's buckling under the Clarissa Shields pressure. I don't know. I don't like it. And his wife needs to pull him to the side and say, hey, this is not what you're going to do. This is not what we're doing. This is not how I want us to represent. No. Okay. Yeah. This is not a good look for us. Okay. No.
And let Bud get his motherfucking shine. You and we and he ain't included in the same fucking sentence right now. This Bud time, this the Bud era. Ain't that what he called it? The Bud era? Don't outshine what the fuck Bud did by trying to fight Keith Thurman. And that's how I feel. But I'm going to keep my opinions to myself.
Drink, I swear, I promise it ain't about that. No, it's not about that at all. We love Bud over here, just not when he fights Spence. It's not about that. It's about, for me, it's about sitting in your womanhood and knowing that there is, I don't like the blurred lines of it all. For me, you know, they trying to blur the lines with everything at this point. I don't like the blurred lines of it all. I don't like it, especially when both of you guys are still active fighters. There are too many fighters that you could actually fight for your record, and it'll be on your record. Opponents, formidable opponents for you to fight, than for you to be calling out Keith Thurman. And if you want to do something for charity, do it with Amanda Nunes. You went and crossed over with MMA. Do it with her. Do it with Katie, with Holly Holmes. Do it with Ronda Rousey. If that's what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do something for charity. I just don't like the look of it. I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. Sit in your femininity, sweetheart. Be the quote. Be that. Okay? Be that. That's all I'm saying. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And see, when you put shit out in the universe, then you open yourself up for folks to give you how they feel. And that's how the fuck I feel. Okay. See, Perception Music says, I would never fight a woman unless she was a man. Both of you are hot, and you know the angry man I was talking about. Both of y'all are hot. Well, thank you. We appreciate you.
And you know what, Drink? We would let her get her clout up if she was clouting somebody that was worth clout chasing. Clout chasing Keith Thurman is for nothing, for zero, for zilch, nada. Like, it's not a laugh. People are talking shit about her. They calling her all kind of names. It's really fucking bad. Like, it's bad. So it would be
like it.
I don't like it either. But I'm not saying nothing about it either because she won't stop doing it.
And she thinks it's funny. That's the other thing. It seems so immature and childish. That's the feel that I get from it. And I don't like that either. You know, you're a grown woman. You say that all the time, you know, you're a grown ass woman. You're not this isn't grown woman behavior to me. But hey, go off. I would say get your coins, but it's for charity. So get your clout, I guess. I guess this is supposed to make her a household name. This is supposed to put her out there more, make her more popular, put more eyes on her. Okay.
Drink got a picture with Clarissa. Now he Captain Save a goddamn fighter. Go off, Drink. I hope you enjoy your picture. But what I'm gonna say is, this ain't the wave. Women are having a hard enough fucking time. We don't need no help. We don't need this shit either. We don't need this at all. So we might as well get back in the fucking kitchen and make sandwiches at this point. Just tell the boy you like him so we can get this shit out.
Tell me. But you can't do that because he got a whole wife. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
Anyway,
hey, I'm legally blind and partially deaf, so
Justin Stevens, I don't know if Shadeja can get her out of there or not, but I know she has the power to, and I know that Clarissa is gonna. She gets hit. I do know that, and I believe Shadeja has the reach on her, so she's gonna have to take some to get some. I don't know if she has the power to hurt Shadeja, and if she doesn't, that's gonna be troublesome for her.
and the worst thing y'all want Shadesha to do is get more than one fight at a time under herself. Cause she get fights and then she'll lay off for a little bit. She get
Right.
active, y'all got a motherfucking problem on y'all hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Her stamina and conditioning could be a lot better, could be a whole lot better, but we'll see how she's going to look tomorrow. She's been in the gym. She looks good. She looked good on the scale. So we'll see what she looks like tomorrow in the ring. But yeah, to me right now, Shadeja Green is the biggest threat to Clarissa Shields and her zero. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see y'all on Sunday because we will be talking Devin Haney on Sunday. Bring your ass on back off in here, VJ, and drink more water. We'll see y'all. Free, you got any closing words for the good people?
No. If you're here, hit that like button. We're on our way to 200K by tomorrow. That is the slogan here. So if you're new here and have not heard that, no, we don't have 200K followers, but we're on our way to 200K by tomorrow. If you are here, hit that like button, share it, subscribe it, share it to your friends, cousins, co-workers, however, but just let them know that we have a whole lot of opinion here. And that's it. We do this every week. We will see y'all on Sunday to discuss the events of the Jake Paul fight. We're not talking about Bud. So don't come in here talking about Bud, because Sunday we got more shit to discuss. We gave y'all an extra hour of Bud today. We're not gonna do that on Sunday. I'm wrapping it. We wrapping this shit up because it's depressing to continue to keep talking about it.
It
So
is.
I hope y'all got y'all guts and glory out, because on Sunday I'm kicking y'all asses out. We just gonna be down some people. You can start
You
again.
bet not, VJ. Friend, you called me. I got to get on 45.
Okay, friend. You know what? Yeah, let's wrap this shit up, because let's see what you want to talk about today. That's fine. Y'all better hope he make it back up in here Sunday at this point. So what Sophia told Harpo? Beat him. That's what I'm finna go do. Beat him.
Bye, y'all. We love y'all. Make sure y'all come back on Sunday. We'll have a whole new list of things to talk about. We love y'all. We really do. We appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all on Sunday. Bye.